Dobar dan. Have a good day. I want to introduce you new technology coming from Vögele for the business asphalt paving. We have developed in the past telematic systems under the name and under the brand VITOS. VITOS means Working Intelligent Telematics and On-Site Solution. One of it is at the Bled ground, VITOS paving. To start, I want to introduce you the system, then explain the differentiation in products, and then going into the deepness from VITOS paving. So starting with VITOS, I told you VITOS is a telematic solution. Basically, it has a TCU to bring the machine into the internet. And when the machine is into the internet, you can link them together into a network, machine network. With that TCU and with the knowing machine in the internet, you can send production data from the machine into the cloud. And this is part of VITOS paving to control the paving process on site. Another technology is, and this is very important, maybe also for customers which produce asphalt in their plant, is road scan. Road scan is a sensor device and intelligent software which analyze the thermal profile in the surface from the paved road after the machine, behind. So VITOS paving is a process optimization system and documentation system for the clients who is doing the work outside. Paving is a software which integrates the machines, the key machine in paving process, and this is the paver, with its machine data into the cloud. And this system and the software is supported from, of course, from our sales and service network around the world. Coming to the question why we need process control. Some they say, no, we don't need it because they just want to watch me. But everybody knows it is important to know how the process is going on from the beginning until the end. And we found out that asphalt paving or the business in asphalt have a significant potential for improvement in terms of quality and efficiency. Next step is, when we talk about quality, there are many points also on site we found out, which are stops, produce marks in the ground, and makes the rideability on the road worse at the end, or footprints from the labor parties, and many more. But last but not least, the authority at the end. They want a documentation because they have paid for. Coming to the description and the components which are necessary to run with such a system. VITOS is made from the working group, so I can tell you only this is compatible with the brand of Vögele or other brands from the working group. So you need a 1600 up to the 2100. It's a standard machine, 2 meter 50 wide, for asphalt paving. Then it comes to the TCU I spoke before. Measurement sensor devices are integrated in the machine, which measured, for example, the distance, ground temperature, paving speed, paving width, and so on. And all these values are transferred then into the cloud. Another optional sensor device is our road scan system for thermal profiling. All this data produced from the machine are transferred into the cloud for a later analysis and creating documentations. Second part of Vito's paving is the software itself, the software solution. So we have a different application which calls control, materials, job site, analysis. We have the paver software, and we have a transport software for the lorries. It's a simple app. Coming later to that. I hope I can do it within 8 minutes. Okay, I told you it starts normally. All these parties, they are linked together. First is paving control. This is the manager or the head of the gang which calculates everything for the site. What material, how is the geometric, how long, how thick, how wide, when it should be due, when it should be done, and many more. The second in the row is the plant, which produces the asphalt according to the plan given from the manager. Next, then, will be on job site, the machine, the labor which paved outside, the asphalt gang. And then a controller which starts to analyze the data given from all the parties. Plan, mix from the plant, job site, and transportation. All of them, they are linked together as you see in the picture. So that means that the cycle starts normally in the office, not in the plant. Mostly it starts on site. The foreman is outside, measured the length, calculates, give a call to the plant, but it's the wrong way because it's almost too late then. So it starts normally to plan in the office. Then it comes into a circle. It goes to the plant, from the plant, on the app to the transportation, into the machine, from the site, back into the circle. That means, again, plant, transportation, machine, and so on, until it's finished, and then it goes out to start analyzing. Coming to short overviews of the modules. Paving module gives the possibility to create job files. A job file contains a lot of data. One of them is, where is it? What is the geometric? When it has to be, when we have to be finished. What material? Who is the mixing plant? Who is the manager? Who is responsible? And many data as well. These job site files or job files can be then given in a timetable on a Gantt chart and release it for everybody. From that time, everybody is involved and can see what the job is in the next days or coming weeks. The manager in the office, he has the possibility to observe how the process is going in progress. How is the process going in quality? Like it is shown now on the screen. This is an example to see a thermal profile in the surface from the asphalt. So he is sure he is in his quality range he wants to be. According to the colors, he can see the temperature from the mat. The mat surface temperature says nothing or is not the temperature which is in the core. Don't be worried about that. But you can see a tendance. If the tendance in the surface drops down, the core is cooled also. Okay. The mixing plant has a web template, which is an open template. He needs an interface to the internet, normal browser, and he can start over a portal this application. And soon as he is linked with the server, he will receive all his production data, which are in the first or in the upper left window. You can see a time chart. This is the truck list he has to send in time. In the center, 0.30, this is a timer going reverse until 0. He has to load and send the next truck on the road. And underneath, from your side, left-hand side, underneath the window shows all the trucks which are in the circle, in different status, on the way to, maybe waiting, or is in dipping position, or on the way back. So the manager or the weight manager, he can manage his truck on the way back, maybe to other jobs or something else. And of course, he can see also his performance. On the right-hand side, there is a gauge. If he is in a green window, it's good. If he is in a yellow, he can tune up a little bit. If he is in red, it's going worst. Worst in different perspectives. Maybe something broken, or he's too fast, maybe too fast. And fast delivering is not the best delivering, because it produces more costs on site, because all the trucks, they have to wait outside with a full tipper. And in the meanwhile of waiting, it produces money, waiting time, cooling down material, the risk of cooling down materials, and many more. Okay, coming to the transport app. All the lorry drivers, some they know what they do, some they don't know what they do, because very important is to have a constant temperature in asphalt mix on the site. This is very important to have at the end, after paving and after compaction, to have a constant density over the distance. Not in some areas, over the distance. This is important. So that's why is it essential, important that trucks come on site right in time. Not too early, not too late. So that's why we have developed an application for a simple Android phone or tablet. He can download it by his Google Shop or something else. It's an open software. The only thing he has to do, the manager from the mixing plant tells him the order number. It's a C20 something. Then we need his license placed. And this is the key to get in to receive all the data.
Excuse me, Mr. Brenzinger, yes. You have to finish in 1 minute.
Okay, in 1 minute? Oh. Okay, go first. Important is also that we have a mobile network. The network sometimes is poor, very poor. We cannot reach the other parties. But in that time, on the machine there is also a client mounted, so you can use the data which are coming with the truck in a QR code. So that means you load the QR code into your machine and you know what batch this is. Every batch is tagged on the road, you will find it later. If there is a worst point, a weak point in the road, you can analyze it and you can find it, what batch it was, where it comes from, when it was mixed, when it was on the road, at what temperature it was. I have to jump. Very important is the machine integration, so also the operator from the machine, he knows what to do there in the road and what trucks are coming and how long it needs that the truck arrives on site. Now they can do some decisions to reduce speed or go ahead, or maybe a brake is necessary. Okay, thermoprofiling, I told before, is an important thing coming up. It's a technology from America since the 80s. So they work with thermoprofiling. And this comes more and more in Central Europe too. We have tender in Germany, for example, eastern part of Germany. They write it now in the tender. Eastern part, that's why it is a colder area than the other western parts. Okay, at the end from a job, when the job is done, the controller, manager of the controller department, he is able now to create diagrams with the given data coming from the machine, coming from the truck, coming from the logistics, or. These are some of samples. This is, for example, a thermal profile. We see the white lines. White lines means there was a stop, and the width of the white line means the time. It's the waiting time there, no pavement. You can see the paving speed itself, because paving speed continues, says something about pre-compaction. You can see the efficiency in pavement. Red means there was a shutdown from the machine. Efficiency, in this example, is 47%. That means money lost. Another one is counting numbers of trucks. How many trucks are on site? Every truck in waiting position costs money. And at the end from the day, the summary was 31 hours waiting time only for trucks because of the high numbers on site. Okay, arguments for the contractors are improve the quality of paving by lowering the number of paver stops. That's important. And reducing material cooling while lorries are waiting. That's the high number. Shorten construction time, because when we reduce stop time, we shorten construction time. Make savings on lorries in the transportation chain, because if a truck is waiting, the truck generates costs. And many things. And at the end, you have a stressless paving process. Thanks to the greater transparency from this process, because everybody involved can see what is happening on the other end. And then at the end, we have a documentation about the paving quality, and we can prove and improve the process and increase the quality, because we have the knowledge, we have the databases. Okay, I hope it was not too fast for you. If somebody has some more interest in detail, please contact us later in our booth. It's RO Technology. Thank you.